Yes, you can actually sell your e-commerce store, your Amazon store, or your online brand to an investment company. If you want to find out more, keep on watching. If this is your first time watching a video on this channel, hi, my name is Crystal and I'm the founder of Amazon Sellers Society. We help entrepreneurs, brands and businesses launch their products successfully on Amazon in the Middle East. If you want to learn more, you can find all our information on our website right here. You can also find a free masterclass.
Okay, so the Amazon marketplace is heating up. There's more products than ever. There's more revenue than ever. Roughly 3 billion visitors reach their website each month.
You've got money pouring in to these mom and pop shops, not just from folks like you, but what is so appealing about this idea?
If you're interested and you currently have an e-commerce business, an Amazon store, or an online brand, and you want to sell it off or get somebody to invest in it for some additional working capital, well then you're in luck, because in this video we're going to be talking to Philip and Manfred, the co-founders of Opuntia. Opuntia is based in Dubai and helps develop and helps support businesses, e-commerce businesses in the Middle East and Africa. Let's get started. So Philip, Manfred, thank you so much for your time and welcome to the channel. I am very curious to know why you set up Opuntia and what led you to establish this wonderful company.
Well, firstly, thanks so much for having us, and it's really amazing to be able to connect with the Amazon Seller Society, and we really appreciate you having us here. So the reason really we created it is, so we both have a background in e-commerce and in also financing SMEs. So I was in VC in Africa for a bit, and my partner Manfred was doing e-commerce for a while. And the reason we founded it is really because we saw the challenge of, many sellers have a challenge once they reach a certain point where they can't grow anymore due to limitations in working capital, due to other factors. And so what we're really here to do is, once companies reach a certain size and they reach the limit of their growth, we're here basically to provide a way in which companies can carry on growing. And so what we do is we acquire companies, and then we help grow them into other markets, and then we obviously the founders get a portion of the upside in that growth as well. So that's really what our mission is, to enable sellers to carry on growing their businesses.
That actually sounds perfect, and I know you're doing a fantastic job. Now, I know you both have an amazing, very well established background, but let's assume like people who are watching the video are either at a level where, yes, they're facing these problems, or they're just building their business and they want to know what steps or what you as Opuntia would look for in an e-commerce business or an Amazon store or even an online brand in order to invest in and enable. So what do they need to do from the very beginning, and what things do they have to look out for, and what metrics do they need to have?
Yeah, I think a bit of background. So we were also working in the e-commerce industry for the last 8 years. So I personally had the chance to help building 2 big marketplaces in Asia, in Southeast Asia, but also in Middle East, onboarding around 50,000 sellers. And the learning that I could take away is see how sellers struggle and what are the challenges and how can they overcome them. So what you mentioned is basically, in the beginning, it is all about get your first product up. Yeah, make sure that you select the right product. So the key here is focus. So find a subcategory, find a niche product, and start selecting it and start sourcing it. So it's all about, you always need to put yourself into the shoes of the customer. So it is all about content. So content is king when it comes to e-commerce. I'm sure a lot of your members of the group already know this, but compared to offline, you don't have a salesperson. So content is king. Select the right product. And what we saw is what really creates value if you build a brand. If you build a brand around a subcategory, around a niche product, not just only reselling. It is nice for like getting NMV, it's nice for getting sales. But the key really in the beginning is like select the right product and start building a brand with content management, with like a nice package, with having like a nice name on the product.
So what are the steps if I was somebody who's interested now, anybody who's watching the video that has an e-commerce business, has an Amazon store, and wants to see and are interested to see if you would be interested to help them out. Now, side note, which is very interesting, is that you guys are based in Dubai and you are servicing a market that is normally basically overlooked. So let's talk about that as well, please.
Yeah, so coming back what Philip mentioned in the beginning, so after sellers grow to a certain level, what I've seen is like one of the challenges was always working capital. Mm-hmm. So you've seen on the marketplaces, especially last year, growing like 70, 80, almost 100%. And it is some kind of challenge for the sellers to keep up with that. Because as a brand manager or brand owner, you want to actually expand, but not only on one SKU, you want to maybe look into different variations, you want to add different subcategories. So what we are looking for and where we are helping are like sellers that started or already created the brand and reached a certain level. Mm-hmm. And we want to help them to accelerate by saying like, look, you have constraints on the working capital side. We basically buy you or help you with finances and bring your company to the next level. We're thinking of expanding to different countries or different marketplaces or even different subcategories.
Perfect. Why did you guys decide on the Middle East and Africa though? Because as I'm sure you're quite aware, it is a marketplace that is normally overlooked, and people normally think that investments should be in Europe or the US or North America per se.
Yeah, this is a very, very good point. So Manfred and I were both working in the Middle East for a few years before, and I was in Africa a few years before that. And we both saw exactly what you're saying, which is this market has been overlooked, by investors for quite a while now. And we've seen the opportunity. We've seen that there are, very passionate entrepreneurs and sellers in this region that really want to grow their brand. So that's really the reason we picked the region, because we've seen the potential here.
Thank you so much to Philip and Manfred for helping me put this video together. Now you know that the opportunity is actually out there, especially if you are based in the Middle East and in Africa. All you really need is a little bit of faith and a lot of hard work. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.